I don't know. Guys, I just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Guys, well, first off, as always, what's going on? It's the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you. And this is my live review of Monday Night Raw. The August 20th, 2018 edition of Raw, the Fallout edition of Raw from SummerSlam that took place in Brooklyn, New York. As a show itself, this show was all over the place. I mean, we came off of a strong SummerSlam, I thought, like really strong. I enjoyed it, a couple little dips, but it was still a great show. This episode of Raw, nothing really happened that was that good. The only stuff that I could say for sure I enjoyed was the stuff with Roman and Finn. That stuff I enjoyed. Other than that, a very forgettable episode. That ending, though. That ending, I don't know what to think. You know, one moment I'm excited. Next moment I'm just like, oh, wait a minute, though. It's like my brain is like going, like I really don't know what to think, guys. I seriously don't. Wait, what is this a good thing? Or could this be a really bad thing in general? I'm really not sure. That's why, and usually, I wait till the end of my reviews to mention, my polls on Twitter, which tonight I have two. The first one's always is, what grade would you give this week's episode of Raw? The second question I asked, now I did delete the tweet and then retweeted it and posted a news because I wanted to add a third response to this poll. Because I want your honest opinion, guys. Let me check. The tweet was, do you think reuniting the Shield on Raw tonight was a good idea? And my choices are yes, no, or unsure. Because honestly, I'm in the unsure category. But I will not talk about it now. I will explain why at the end of this review. Of course, when we get to that moment as well. So without further ado, first as always, let's check the live chat and see what we got. We just got Lauren in the live chat. She says, yay, I'm here. She gave Raw a C. Very confusing show. Yes. Are the Shield officially healed, though? I really don't know. She says she thinks Finn should have won. He just got buried again. I saw highlights, didn't care didn't catch the whole show. Didn't really miss anything. Did Steph and Triple H show up? Who's Ronda's? I got cut off. Stephanie and Triple H were there tonight, but I'll talk about her. We got Mark in the live chat, just recently new subscriber. What's up, Mark? He said he thinks Corbin being in charge of Raw is a bad idea. What do you think? I will talk about that that later on. Lauren also says she voted no for the show rename because it wouldn't make sense. And then she also says that Corbin acting Raw GM, what the fuck? Yeah. Let's get right into this show and let's see, what happens. It's again, if I go like way off track, guys, again, literally, that ending, again, is like driving back and forth, like, did I like it? Did I not like it? Do I think this could be good? It's going to be really bad? What's going on here? I don't know. He's trying to do a special entrance all the time. But tonight, I just not in the right mindset to do it. So, Shanti. No, stop. Why am I doing this? Shanti's already on the list. I can't put it on the list again. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens. Anyways, let's get started with this episode of Raw. The show opens up, of course, as expected, with the new Universal Champion, Roman Reigns. Came out, we had a chorus of boos, but wasn't as, as bad as I thought. Well, then again, it wasn't like as big of an arena as like the Amway Center was or whatever. When Rowan came out the night after he beat the Undertaker, he was booed like crazy. That was getting the worst, I think, for Roman getting booed. Of course, you know, let me pull up the tweet here because I literally quoted like how many people tonight on Twitter saying stuff. I'm just like face palming left and right about, or I'm like, just stop. So let me pull that up on those tweets up on my phone. That way I can just read those off as we go along. Retweet a lot tonight. I was pretty busy here. Come on, where was it? Okay. Yeah, the first thing that was said on Raw when Rowan was coming out was Michael Cole saying, "Let the critics criticize. The big dog is Universal Champion." Once again, as I always say, I notice the smallest little things that the commentators say or any other superstars say, and all I can say is, that's Vince. That is Vince McMahon. That's what Vince McMahon thinks. Not what they feel, it's what Vince feels. So Vince's like, oh, well, Roman's champion now. So, you know, let's listen to everybody, you know, criticize all they want. Accept it, damn it. The big dog is champion. So, damn it, you better love it now. And let me say this before I get into this review and dig deeper. The thing about Roman Reigns as champion, I feel as champion, he's still booked his best. And it's because even though they try to push himself as a babyface, he is in that position where he now feels like he's the guy to beat. And I think that's what helped to make him feel a little bit more credible in some ways because, you know, now that he has a championship, it doesn't feel like, you know, like he's chasing something that somebody else should be getting. It's other people trying to get it off of him. And when people beat him, it will feel important because they'll win the title. It won't be like, you know, Bobby Lashley being Roman Reigns and then the next week losing to him and just wiping that victory away like it meant nothing at all whatsoever. No. Somebody beating Roman Reigns for that Universal Championship will mean something when it happens someday. Which right now I'm seeing maybe not till WrestleMania 35. That's what I'm thinking, but we'll have to wait and see. I'll explain why towards the end. But of course, yes, we get that. Let the critics criticize. The big dog is a Universal Champion. That was so a Vince McMahon line. So, anyways, we had Roman just soaking and saying that he's a man of his word, saying he was going to beat Brock, and he did. He also said when he won it, he'd defend it, and that's what he plans on doing tonight. He made this go easy, make an open challenge to anyone want to step up, but he's got one man in mind, and of course, that's the man who won this title in Brooklyn 2 years ago. He got hurt and never got his chance to win it back. So he wants to defend this tonight against Finn Balor, which I'm like, okay, good. At first, I'm starting this episode Raw thinking, okay, you know, last night things, even though things weren't like, you know, there's a few things that weren't great at SummerSlam, they still made sense in my opinion. It's like, okay, I get this. And you know what? I get this too. Roman Reigns keeping his word, saying that, you know, how for months saying how we know getting sick of it. Brock Lesnar does not defend his title, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. No one's saying anything until Roman says it because, of course, you know, they want to make Roman look like the big superhero, whatnot, whatsoever. Again, oh my goodness, I'm trying to be a man of my word also. Because I was mentioning also for, you know, for a while, and I started mentioning this within recent weeks, I feel that what was making me like getting like, you know, frustrated with the product was not Roman Reigns, but the feud in general was Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, because nothing else was going to change until that feud ended the way Vince McMahon wanted it to. But of course, at the end of tonight, it has me questioning that philosophy, that thought again. But anyways, but yes, I was saying, you know, it makes sense because, you know, Finn Balor never got that Universal Championship rematch. He didn't. So Finn comes out and he accepts the challenge. It's like, thank God we're finally getting it. But then out comes Constable Baron Corbin. He says the match isn't going to happen, and if Finn thinks he'll be rewarded for the stunt he pulled last night, not showing up in favor of the Demon, which he calls an unprofessional and cowardly act. Plus, with all the lights, smoke, and noise, Corbin couldn't hear the bell, and as far as he's concerned, the match never happened. So tonight he wants to wrestle Finn Balor pretty much man-to-man, just like how Bray Wyatt wanted to wrestle Finn Balor man-to-man last year after he lost to him as the Demon. Roman tells Baron if he sucked as bad as he did last night, he'd forget about it too. Corbin says the only reason Roman is champion is because Brock Lesnar was more worried about Braun Strowman than he was about him. Roman says, closes on him again, but then Kurt comes out and he tells Corbin to get this right in his head. He is the Raw general manager, and he makes the matches, not him. So he cares what Brooklyn likes, and he's going to make the match official. The main event will be for the Universal Championship, Roman Reigns versus Finn Balor. But as far as Baron Corbin goes, he's going to have a match tonight, next, against Bobby Lashley. We get the match. That match was awful, guys. First thing, it's different. Let's see what happens. Maybe this is Bobby Lashley, it's getting back on track, getting this after being in a pointless, 3-week feud with Elias, just coming out and just getting his ass handed by Elias every single week. Now he's coming out. Maybe he'll beat Corbin and make the case to be back in the Universal title. Now that we remind us how many times tonight that, Roman Reigns got the Universal title off of Brock Lesnar. Just like every time they would mention about the Evolution pay-per-view. Now it was reminded us that Roman Reigns beat Brock Lesnar, and he's now, having a Universal title back on Raw all the time. So he's doing this for everybody. They mentioned that how many freaking times. I thought, okay, maybe Bobby Lashley will beat Corbin in this match, and then, make a case to go after the Universal title after, Roman defends against Finn. Well, I really... First off, save that for later. Corbin and Lashley sucked. It was a sloppy match. These two did not mesh well together at all whatsoever. To me, honestly, one of the worst matches of the year. Don't be surprised, because I'm starting to keep track now since it's starting to get towards the last few months of the year. When I do I'm going to try to do a couple different top 10 specials at the end of the year, and I want to do some best and worst matches. Don't be surprised if this match comes as a worst match. This. It was just sloppy. It was all over the place. It was just a train wreck to watch, I felt, in my opinion. Yeah, Lashley won the match, but it was just hard to watch. It was ugly. It did nothing for either one of them. I don't know. At first it looked like, Bobby was kind of looking dominating, and then, he was letting Corbin just hand his ass to him or whatnot. I just thought it was awful. It just, not even worth talking about anymore. But yeah, that was just awful. It was painful, and I didn't like it. Lashley wins, but apparently means nothing, as Lashley didn't state his claim saying he wants to be Universal Champion. With the champion, and now all of a sudden the Universal title was full-time war. You'd think you would see people coming across Roman Reigns saying hey, I want a shot at that pretty much. Balor could have been, Bobby Lashley. Heck, Drew McIntyre, for the hell of it, could have done so. Or, they could have had a backstage segment with Roman and Dean, and Dean's hey, it looks good on you, but, I like to come for that sometime too. Those teases, okay, cool. Just like whenever Daniel Bryan first came back, and, was clear, they had people come up to him saying, tease different matches. Cool, do that. I would be cool with that. No, they did not. And now we're supposed to think, Roman's this, good guy who wants to, make the Universal title so credible and whatnot. And he's going to, fight this properly and not be like Brock Lesnar and be a coward and hide behind his contract. Well, what happened at the end of the night? Let's see. I don't know, as I keep saying. So we had that ugly match, Corbin and Lashley. This segment I actually did kind of enjoy. We had Kurt Angle backstage, and Paul Heyman rolls up. Heyman says he's here with a very specific mission. Brock Lesnar would like to invoke his rematch clause. And Angle asks if he's kidding, and Paul says, yes, no excuses for losing, but Brock has his rematch, and he wants to take it. Kurt says he'll get his rematch, but he's not sure when, given that Roman is a fighting champion with a full plate, and it'll be a long, long time before he gets it. Heyman agrees he doesn't want it next week. He wants it way, way down the road at Hell in a Cell. Angle says it'll be a cold day in Hell, or as they say in Brooklyn, forget about it. We said with the Brooklyn accent, and you got a good pop. They got a good pop from that, pretty much. So good for that, because I do not want to see Roman and Brock Part 5. If Braun wants to fight for a Universal title but not win it, do not put that title back on Brock. I repeat, do not put that title back on Brock. I almost knocked over my GoPro. Okay, this is not the Universal Championship. Yes, this is a cheap $25 edition of the WWE title. You see this? Okay, if it takes a fan like me or something like that to hold on to this championship tight as heck, or people just a pile on top of me, I don't care, to keep this title away from Brock Lesnar, do not put it back on Brock. We do not need to go through that hell again. 504 painful days of that title being irrelevant. Although it briefly felt a little more relevant than the WWE title because Jinder Mahal was WWE champion last year, but Brock Lesnar was at least defending it. He defended it at 3 straight pay-per-views last year. There was a point, again, where I thought that Brock Lesnar as Universal Champion was more relevant than Jinder Mahal being WWE champion. At least Jinder defended that title some ways at this point now. Like it was that bad that I literally would rather see Jinder Mahal defend the title like how many times and still win and not be happy about it than for Brock Lesnar not to defend the title and make that title feel pointless. But, we got that. Let's check the live checks. I want to hear from, from my awesome fans. Let's see here. Let's see here. Where were we at? Lauren says she's also sick of Riot Squad and Sasha and Bailey. Aren't we all? Be grateful Lesnar will never get a rematch. Finally, exactly. Are you going to have Dean turn on the Shield? We'll talk about that later on. Isn't New York supposed to be a heel city? I don't get it all. Neither do I. She thinks Elias is a face now since he defeated Kurt Hawkins. We'll see if that goes any further down the line. I told you to turn Becky heel before Sasha or Bailey. Again, I'll do the turn alert tomorrow if it is a full-on heel turn for Becky Lynch. Because, again, people are comparing it to, like what Daniel Bryan did to Bray Wyatt or something like that. Literally, people wanted to see Becky beat the crap out of Charlotte because, they all fell for her. Again, how are we going to hate Becky Lynch for that? Again, yes, heels get cheered. But at the same time, a heel is more effective when you get the crowd to hate them. Becky Lynch is hard to hate at this point. She is so hard to hate at this point, pretty much. It's not Michael Cole's fault. It's all Vince and creative. Well, exactly, yes. That's why I said before. Michael Cole says it, but it's really Vince McMahon. My goodness, I felt bad for them as I'm talking their ears. Watch Roman keep the title till WrestleMania 35. Watch it be a Shield triple threat. Well, again, I wouldn't mind seeing them try the Shield triple threat again. Because the one at Battleground wasn't bad. It ended the way I felt it should have with Dean pinning Roman. So but I do feel with Roman not being around because of the suspension, the build kind of hurt a little bit. So the thing is, I wouldn't mind a Shield triple threat at WrestleMania 35. Let's try again, make it feel a little more bigger. But again, with the situation, we'll talk about it later on. Even though I don't like Roman, I'm glad they put a title on him, but it's 4 months too late. Exactly why didn't they do that at WrestleMania and not just put us through this painful summer? Lashley should definitely face Roman now for that title, to be honest. I agree. Watch the Shield face Braun and 2 partners of his choice at Hell in a Cell. That could happen. What was also the point of Taker facing Triple H again? I thought WrestleMania 28 was supposed to be the end of an era. So much for that. We will definitely talk about that shortly as well. Finn needs to challenge Rollins now. He could. Is the Revival or B Team face? I'm really starting to think it's the B Team. Again, I feel that they pretty much are face, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow because, again, I'm waiting to do the turn alert of Becky Lynch. Feel if they're going to heel or face structure again. I just don't know. Again, it's the same thing what happened with Bailey attacking Sasha Banks a couple months ago. I really don't know what the thing meant because, again, even though Becky attacked her best friend, same time she was getting cheered for it. Again, it's supposed to be a heel turn, but we wanted to see Becky do that because we fell for her. So I'll wait till tomorrow to do any turn alerts whatsoever. What's up, King Larry? I'm pretty ill right now. I think SummerSlam gave me some kind of sickness or something yesterday, and then B Team got squashed. Yep. I think I'm done with Raw for some time. That's completely cool, Larry. You okay? You hated Raw that much, Larry? SummerSlam was better than Raw. Oh, no doubt about it. It was. That's really, really, really boring to me right now. Can't do anything against it. That's fine, Larry. That's how you think. Did you hear some whack diva is supposed to face Lita at Evolution? Who? Who's facing Lita at Evolution? I didn't hear anything about this. Larry was asleep for most of the time tonight. And he woke up and was shocked. Saved the world. Word Shield on a Titantron and was shocked because I thought they finally gave us a full heel Shield again. But that was all part of the Roman agenda once again. Which again, my thoughts about it towards the end. I don't know how Ruby Riott will fight. Oh, Ruby Riott is supposed to fight Lita? What? Rumor Evolution matches that could happen are Sasha and Bayley versus Naomi and Tamina. Naomi and Tamina? No, not them. Not Naomi and Tamina for a women's tag title semifinal tournament. Battle Royale. Why a Battle Royale? Toni Storm versus Ginny or for the UK women's UK title. Islo Shiari versus Deanna. Maybe that's probably the Mae Young Classic final as Caitlyn gets there. King Larry says Mike is on fire again. Hi, Mike. Yeah, of course. By the way, I say Charlotte is the one who will be the real heel, and that will happen very soon. Exactly, that's how it thinks. Lauren has Mae Young Classic, Alexa versus Trish, Lita versus Ruby Riott, Shayna versus Kyrie, NXT Women's title, Charlotte versus Michelle McCool. Not a bad card. Wait, whoa. Charlotte versus Michelle McCool? Okay, here's the thing. Interesting match, but no, I want Charlotte and Becky. I want Charlotte and Becky for Evolution. That's what I want. I mean, okay, Charlotte and Michelle could be interesting, but Charlotte versus Becky is the match I want for Evolution. I want that match for Evolution. You hear me? Charlotte and Becky. And also the rumor of Ronda and Nikki main eventing Evolution. No. Here's the thing. I think I would be more accepting of Ronda. Because here's the thing. Ronda Rousey is not going to fight the biggest fish immediately as Raw Women's Champion. So fighting Nikki Bella, be okay on a B pay-per-view, but on like a historical making pay-per-view like Evolution, no. No. I'd rather have her face someone a little bit more higher caliber on a pay-per-view like that. I mean, Nikki Bella is good, don't get me wrong. I mean, well, I don't hate Nikki Bella completely, except for the last portion of her longest reigning Divas title. So I did not like the last portion of it. From when she didn't drop it to Naomi on, that's when I hated it. But I feel like the main event should be Becky and Charlotte. That's what I feel should be the main event of Evolution, in my honest opinion. We got Hassan. What's up? He said, your hair looks like Dean Ambrose. I got a couple bit facial hair going on here, I guess you can possibly say that. Charlotte versus Trish. Again, that wouldn't be a bad match either. Iconics versus Sasha and Bayley women's title tag tournament finals. Okay, maybe, yeah. And Becky versus Asuka. Wouldn't be a bad match. I wouldn't see Charlotte and Becky for that. And Ronda versus Natty. Maybe. Did the fans boo Roman when he entered? Roman again got booed, but I don't think it was as heavy as I thought it was gonna be. Are all rumored for Evolution. They didn't. Becky would be a great heel. Again, she would, but again, the problem is right now is the fans want her to are behind her and want to see her overcome the odds. Again, I said before, heels get cheered, don't get me wrong. But what makes heels great is when they're even better is when they do a great job in getting the crowd to hate them, because that's their goal. Like Tommaso Ciampa is doing that job in NXT, getting the crowd to hate him, building that heat. Stephanie McMahon, which we'll talk about her, of course, can easily get heel heat because she's good with that as well, even though we have to deal with the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again when it comes to her. Sorry, again, I know Lauren and a few people in the live chat do like Stephanie McMahon, which again, I did not want to bash you guys either, but I'm sorry. When she does the things over and over, the same thing every time she comes out, it drives me insane. Anyways, Revival is the heel team pretty much. I think they muted the crowd and it in tonight. Becky is a heel. She is at a live event now, and she attacked Charlotte again. Oh geez. Then Mike should do the turn again. I'm waiting till tomorrow to see for sure what's going on there. Hopefully Becky defeats Charlotte at Hell in a Cell. They could, or they may do the rematch. Well, even though it wouldn't be great with Carmella and Charlotte there, and have Becky and Charlotte for Evolution against. I think they should do, but it's probably not. Yes, heard a rumor about Luke Gallows staying Nia Jax. That's random. That was me saying if the Ruby Riott versus Leah thing. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm pissed Mickey may not be at Evolution. That is true. She may not. We love Mike ranting. Thank you, Lauren. Haha. Tian Couponer, what's up? He says, what did I miss? Hello, everybody. Not much really, other than Roman defended the title against Finn Balor, who finally got his rematch tonight. So far we talked about the opening promo with that, a terrible match between Corbin and Lashley, and a segment with Angle pretty much telling Heyman that Brock's not getting his rematch anytime soon. Nikki Bella is good, but don't let her face Ronda. Exactly. Mike, how are you? Again, I am completely confused about this episode of Raw. Other than that, I had a pretty good day, I should say. Lawrence would love to see Ronda face Lita for Evolution. That wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Ronda versus Nikki Bella makes absolutely no sense. Exactly. He'd love to see AJ Lee face Lita as well, or AJ versus Stephanie. AJ Lee versus Stephanie is a match I've been dying to see. Of course, if AJ and Series Priest come back, that would be awesome. Everyone's saying hello. Dakota, unfortunately, Clancy's not going to really be able to join for too many live streams anymore because he went back. He started his new job today, so it's going to be kind of tough. Yeah. Mark says, I wonder, is Kurt allowed to have his own personally appointed constable? Not sure. Oh, of course, you probably have to go through Stephanie McMahon to do so, but that's honestly not a bad idea. Yeah, Charlotte is a 7-time champion now. Yeah, well, yeah, we know it's going to be Alexa versus Trish. Evolution main event, Becky versus Charlotte. Last woman standing. Tian Kupar, my friend, you're a genius. Book that. That actually would be a great main event. Last woman standing. I like that. And which NXT call-up went to Raw? There was no call-ups tonight for Raw. Lauren would rather see Becky face Charlotte at a Hell in a Cell match. Again, I'd like to see it. They could do that again, but at Hell in a Cell, I would like to say, like, well, they could maybe do a match at Hell in a Cell, but like the big time match between those two needs to be at Evolution. Trish destroys Bliss, but Bliss is still going. Hassan says, she thinks Adam Cole is getting called up. Undisputed Era will probably get called up soon. I say maybe by Survivor Series weekend, I think should be the case, which in that case could help, at least help me feel a little bit satisfied. I wouldn't mind seeing Undisputed Era feud with the Shield. I think they would be putting on a good match. There were no calls, all hype and nothing happened. Boss Connection just made the list. Actually, you know what? I think that should be the case because I don't like that name, and of course, it just wasted my time with a feud that could have been extremely good, and they just pulled the plug on it. And also yesterday, I had to put the pants from the groom, the way I worked on Saturday, because he was given tight pants, and unfortunately, it bumped the mute button on his microphone, so I got no clear volume of the valve. So my groom's pants made the list last night. So actually, based on Lauren's request, the Boston Hug Connection, you just made the list because I don't care if I just put an N instead of and. All right. Anyways, I don't mind. You don't care for Stephanie. You have your own opinion. You know I'm not offended. Okay, thank you, Lauren. Is this Raw almost bad as the 25th anniversary? I really am not sure about that one, Hassan. Because the thing is, here's the thing. Okay, the 20th anniversary of Raw as just a regular Raw was okay, but as an anniversary show, it sucked. Like look for that level anniversary stuff. So I really am not sure. 120 was so bad. Hopefully SmackDown 1000 is better. I'm hoping so. Which thumbnail did you use for your SummerSlam review? I just used the ending to Roman Reigns holding up the Universal title. Corbin acting as GM just made the list. That is Corbin as GM, yeah, sure. Because I'm not. Well, I'll give that. I mean, I'm not sure what to think of that one too. Let's give that one I'm gonna give that one a slight chance, but if not, that will make the list. We have Killer Games saying he predicted the Shield. What's up, Killer Games? Or if it's a she, I apologize. Brie versus Maurice at Evolution, everyone. I actually wouldn't mind that. Could continue the feud with Miz and Bryan some sorts at that pay-per-view. Mike, you should make a card video for Evolution and what matches you want to see. Oh, I definitely am going to make card predictions for well, I didn't do it for Greatest Royal Rumble because I don't know why I didn't do one for Greatest Royal Rumble. I'm going to do one for Hell in a Cell hopefully this week. I will do one for the Super Showdown, and I will do one for Evolution as well. I will do card predictions for those videos. Did you hear about the table for 3? Yep, I heard about that. Sounds good. Watch Becky's heel run not last long. Again, we'll see where it goes. She was a heel in NXT, right? Yeah, she was a heel, I believe so. Before because her and Sasha were like, paired up, and then when they had that really good match at TakeOver Unstoppable, I think it was, because that was the first TakeOver I ever watched. And that's when she more so reverted back being a face with that match against Becky and Sasha. That was awesome. Lauren, yes, Lauren. Ronda and Shayna versus you pick. I don't know. Ronda and Shayna, just the two of them. I don't know. I mean, of course, I would still like to see the 4 horsewomen of WWE taking on 4 horsewomen of UFC, and that would be good. But as 2-on-2, I'm not sure. Have you noticed NXT stars get called up after 2 years in NXT? 1 to 2 years, really say. Shinsuke's only in there for a year. Kevin Owens only down there for about 6 months. So on an average, yeah. Good call, Mike. Shield versus Undisputed Era. That's the only match that I really want to. I'm like really invested in seeing the Shield wrestle. Yeah, sure. Maybe in British Strong Style, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven could be interesting as well. But Shield Undisputed Era, definitely. Hopefully, they at least put them over. If Adam gets called up, he'll get wasted. By himself, yes. I feel so. With the Undisputed Era, hopefully not. Lauren chooses Shayna. The Riot Squad made the list. Did I put the Riot Squad on the list? I know I put Ruby Riot's second T on the list. There's so much stuff on the list here. Yeah, I put it on the list a while ago. Yeah. Never mind. We're good there. Larry laughs. Adam is awesome. I hope they make him face and put on SmackDown Live when he's called up. They could so. Thumbs up for Mike, everyone. Thank you, Larry. Between Corbin and Stephanie, I guess Steph wears the pants. She always wears the pants. Raw 25 was one of the worst, he says. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus the Riot Squad. Sure, destroy them. I'd like to see that. Well, just live in Sarah Logan, because Ruby Riot by herself would be better. I wonder if we'll get a no call up tomorrow like we did tonight. I mean, only one I can see. Well, again, Aleister Black. Well, then again, he was attacked, so that would not make sense. The only person I can really see getting called up right now is Nikki Cross, most possibly Nikki Cross. Lauren said, "Do you think Cena, Taker, Batista, Vicky Guerrero, Tori Wilson, Rey Mysterio, and Teddy Long will appear at SmackDown Live 1000?" I think they should. They all definitely should. High Killer and Mark, or Steph at SmackDown Live 1000. She probably will, because she was the GM at one point. put Bray back on SmackDown Live. Actually, that would not be a bad idea at all. Actually, because I feel now since that would be that might actually be a good idea. I feel since Matt's gone, I'm worried that's going to run Bray to the ground now. She has a thought for Becky's heel run. Dye her hair dark brown, change her gear, new theme, and more aggressive attitude. Would make sense. I'm probably bringing back like the brown hair she had in NXT. I'd say probably. Can't hear you. Mic is in the way. Really? Hello? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Are you a Smash Brothers fan? I do not own Smash Brothers, but I will play it whenever a friend owns it, so it's not too bad. But I'm not that great, I'll be honest. Bludgeon Brothers to Raw and have the Wyatt family reunite and feud with Shield. Book it, Vince. It'd be nice, honestly. I mean, the Wyatts and the Shields have had a Shield. The Wyatts and the Shield have had a pass of some really good matches, especially at Elimination Chamber in 2014. Unfortunately, the thing is, they've broken up the Wyatt family how many times, and it kind of ran real old, in my honest opinion. But I mean, I wouldn't deny them having a match again. But yeah, Lauren says Mike is good now. You're all good. I know I'm good. Owens got wasted. He deserves better now. Strowman is officially buried, possibly, and Finn and Lashley as well. Why did Liv turn her tongue blue? I forgot the story as well. Nikki Cross main roster is long overdue. I mean, I feel like at the time when Sandy came up, they needed somebody to feud with Shayna Baszler who was on like a better level for NXT. So like Nikki Cross was a good fit. But now that she's gone past that feud again, she's ready. She's ready. I don't know why that she's got to come up and unite the main roster. She thinks Triple H's beard is gross. No offense to him. It does look a little bit weird, I'll be honest. Guess she just wants to seem crazy or rebellish or something. Don't know, Lauren. I don't get the blue tongue thing. To me, Liv Morgan doesn't even look threatening at all, in my opinion. Charlotte just made the list. Again, I know I'm not having. I don't completely hate Charlotte, but yeah, I do still agree she definitely didn't need that title win. What's up, Greg Pugh? What about Taz on commentary SmackDown Live 1000? Sure, I'd like to hear that. Johnny lost to himself. Ref was at a count of 8, but decided to attack still. Oh, I actually cried at the end of TakeOver. Yeah, that ending was. I mean, I heard apparently that wasn't the planned ending for that match at TakeOver. But the plan was still for Ciampa to retain. But yeah, hopefully Johnny's knee is okay. Bring Taz back. She's for that. Do the Falcon Punch. What's the Falcon Punch? Johnny call up soon. Probably. I'd say maybe him and Ciampa maybe after Survivor Series, if not by around Royal Rumble next year. But right now, wait, the ref attacked. I don't think a referee attacked. Can hear you now. All good, boo. Thanks. Killer Games. Did the ref attack Gargano? No. Johnny just went to do like a running knee on Ciampa, but then he missed and he like tumbled into a bunch of equipment and hurt his knee, and that's how the match ended. TakeOver. Liv Morgan likes candy and she likes the color blue. Maybe you can put it that way. There were rumors Velveteen Dream was supposed to get called up. I've heard that rumors too. Hopefully it'll be okay. Liv is too adorable to be a heel. That too, actually. Enzo retired. No, I did not hear that. Tell that to Bailey, Lauren. That's funny, Greg. Tell Bailey what? What is the thing with Mike? I don't hear him from time to time. Really? Make sure I'm not getting muted on here. I'm not muted as well. I don't know if it's just a connection break. I'm not sure. She's quote unquote adorable twice with nice abs. Mark would love to see Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa. I mean, versus of course we've seen that already. Versus Daniel Bryan. I agree. I like to see that match too. Rumors have it that Gargano's knee really was injured. Apparently, that is the rumors. Lita versus Ronda Evolution. Book events again. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Styles may be literally injured. Really? With what? We'll keep this stuff coming, guys. But I've talked definitely a lot so far. But let's get back to the review. The guys again. Thank you. Keep on going to live chat. Man, we're getting a big audience here again tonight. I'm really like these reviews lately, guys. You guys are freaking awesome. I love your comments as always. So let's keep rolling here. So then I'll pull up a tweet that the Lexa Man posted. Basically, he described this next backstage segment as Constable Corbin saying this to Kurt Angle. Kurt, you're being a big meanie. I'm gonna go tell Mama Stephanie you won't let me do what I want to do. That's exactly what this segment was. Corbin complains about Angle putting him in matches he's not prepared for, says he's not a dog that does tricks, and he's tired of not getting what he wants. Angle tells him his job isn't doing what Baron wants, it's doing what's best for the W Universe. Corbin's like, I'm going to go tell Stephanie she's here tonight. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Because that's, the case, I don't know. Maybe that is the case. You know what? Actually, I put Constable Corbin on the list yet. I'll give it a little more time before I do that for sure. We get a video package for Triple H and Undertaker at in Australia, which we had a promo from Triple H later on. I'll talk about it a little bit. We had the Boston Hug Connection and Ember Moon taking on the Riot Squad. And I tweeted on Twitter, no. Pretty much trying to do the same nose that Velveteen Dream did on Ricochet when he goes, no. Anything you can do, I can do better. But I'm just like, no. Vince, adding another member to the matches with the Boston Hug Connection and the Riot Squad matches doesn't change a thing. Match happens again. I didn't care. Riot Squad wins the Ruby Riot, hitting the Riot kick on Sasha Banks. That's all I got to say. But next we have Triple H coming out live. Oh yeah, actually also back up for 1 second. One other thing, because I'm mentioning things that people were saying off and on commentary. We had Coachman. There was a point in the match where Sarah Logan hit Ember Moon, and she howled to the moon like a werewolf, going, "Oh," or whatever the heck she did. And Coachman, who the same guy a couple months ago started singing "Let It Go" during one of these women's tag matches that we've seen how many different times, whether it's the Boston Hug Connection, the Riot Squad, or I'm taking on Absolution, it's the same exact thing. We hear Coachman say she's taunting the moon. I've already put Coach on the list. My God, he's got to get off commentary. Ugh. Bring back Renee. Renee was awesome. But we got that. Anyways, we then have this segment with Triple H coming out. And I do kind of agree with Lauren. His beard kind of does look a little disgusting. He comes out and we get a thunderous NXT chance, and he mentions how TakeOver blew the roof off the place, and how this was an amazing weekend, how SummerSlam took us to a whole nother level last night, which again, it was good, but then again, this Raw, pulling back down. So he was on his edge of his seat, and I got a dumb advertisement coming up here in the middle of my notes. Stupid advertisements. You know what happens when you interrupt my notes? Advertisements, you just made the list. Online advertisements. But basically, to sum up this promo, how Triple H was mentioning how he was how exciting this weekend was for him just be seeing all this action, made him want to put the gear back on and be the game again. An opportunity came when Vince called him saying they're making the deal for Super Showdown, and they said, we want you to fight at that. And he's like, hell yeah, I'm going to do it. But then he says to be against The Undertaker. And then he goes, hell no. And he explains why, which at first I'm thinking, okay, what he's saying is true. He talks about end of an era and what that meant. And where they've gone ever since, the three of them, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, and himself. But then he makes it seem like that, and I thought, okay, this could be interesting. Him pretty much saying, no, I can't do that match again to hurt the legacy. But then at the end of the promo, which again, he delivered this promo great. Triple H did everything he could to sell this match at Super Showdown. But then at the end, all of a sudden, he says, When I meant hell no, I'm not going to sit back. I am not going to, have the Undertaker, sit back and just leave his hat in the ring again, which is pretty much kind of like the same, kind of going off of like, John Cena attacking the Undertaker for, not getting over his ego, like he said earlier in the year, which those were good promos. But then he pretty much acts like we're still doing the match one more time. Why though? Like you're pretty much right there saying with us, like this match happening again is like having like an extra sequel to a movie series that hurts the reputation, such as the Home Alone series. Way too many sequels, or fourth one, as an individual movie was good for what it was, but was funny for what it was, but it hurt the whole sequel again. But get off track. You get what I mean here. The end of an era was the perfect ending to the story with Undertaker and Triple H. Now, if Triple H would have mentioned something like, I have not yet beaten the Undertaker in a rivalry, then okay, I can kind of see why. Okay, I want one more shot at the Undertaker, which then again, this could be the Undertaker's last match or something like that. They want to go that far because really at this point, what else is Taker going to do? Again, if the streak was still on the line or something like that, then I'd be like, okay, Triple H wants one more streak. It's been how many? One more attempt at the streak. It's been how many years? He's still in good shape. Let's give it a go. But no, it's more so like, yeah, we know, that was an error, but we're doing the match anyways. Like that's what I felt coming out of this promo. Again, like, this, if it's a good match, then cool, I'll accept it. But if it's not a good match, it's going to hurt the reputation, especially from end of an era. It really hurts it. Again, it could be that extra sequel to this series of the story that could just kill it in general. And that's what I'm worried about for this match at the Super Showdown, Taker and Triple H. Like, it could literally kill that purpose. So I'm indifferent about the match. I'm not too sure if, again, Taker could put on another solid match and get Triple H. No doubt about it, he definitely still could. Taker, though, not too sure. So nothing else to say, really do. We're just going to get the match. Let's see what happens. We have Dean Ambrose versus Dolph Ziggler. Match wasn't bad. Obviously showing off that Ambrose has a little bit of a new repertoire in him. Wrestling-wise, it was a Dirty Deeds. There was a brawl outside with Rollins and McIntyre. McIntyre was like, you want to hit me? You want to hit me? Which I actually kind of thought that was quite funny. And Rollins went after him. At first, I thought, is he playing again to the fact that Seth's only doing what's best for himself, whatnot, which could play a role in that Dean Ambrose heel turn, but looks like we're not getting that anytime soon unless of what happened in the main event. I'll talk about that yet again because I don't want to get confused again and throw myself off track. But anyways, so Dean wins his first match back, came to Dirty Deeds on Ziggler. Thought first maybe we were going to be going with, like a fatal four-way. I thought maybe, like a tag team match with Rollins and Ambrose taking on McIntyre and Ziggler Hell in a Cell, but the title was up on the line, and maybe it was that moment of truth time with, Ambrose and Rollins leading to that heel turn. But again, wait till the end. Wait until the end. We got that. We have Elias walking around talking to crew how they're not special and they just need to do their jobs. Make sure, his guitar does not break again. And we have a back set with Finn Balor getting ready for his match. Braun just rolls up and reminds Finn about what he said last night about not wanting to cash from behind and wanting to do things face to face. So he wishes Finn good luck tonight, but it's obvious that Strowman's lurking in the area to cash in. Then we have Elias in the ring about to sing us another song. You're going to pretty much put over. A lot of times not going to happen again. Before we get started, though, the music hits, and at first I didn't recognize the music. But out came Kurt Hawkins, and I'm like, okay, here comes Kurt. He comes out, and again, I don't know what the heck this was. I don't know, again, they're trying to get one of them babyface momentum, or if this was just filler. Which also, usually I always like to see, who was on main event. At least I don't watch the show. I look at the results. At least see, okay, don't expect these people on stage. Or also, this is crap because one time when New Day was Raw Tag Team Champions, they were on episode main event. Did you guys know that New Day as tag team champions was once on an episode of Main Event? Yeah, they were. Anyways, but Kurt Hawkins comes out. He was on Main Events night. He lost to No Way Jose. He thinks Elias can go to #1 as in the first guy to lose to him, and he challenges him to a match to end his 218 match losing streak right here in Brooklyn. Elias tells Hawkins he's a loser, just like everyone else here, and orders him to leave. And at first, Hawkins is, devastated, starts walking away, but then he turns around, he like fires right back at him, saying he's going to hide behind his guitar and goofy scarf, or you're going to get up into the ring and fight. They do. Elias wins with the drift away. He's 0-2-19. Once here and there, they'll show, we're going to actually show we actually care about this losing streak, and then we're not going to care. So I didn't care whatsoever. It meant nothing to me. First, let's go back to the live chat. Check out the live chat again and see what we got here. Where were we at? I think we were right here. Johnny's injured. Yes. Lauren says I'm awesome. Hopefully that's towards me. Or could be someone else in the live chat. That's cool. Thank you though. Another top 10 suggestion. Killer Games. He says I'd rate it 9 out of 10 in his opinion. Top 10 says why the Shield reunion is a bad idea. I mean, it may not be a top 10 suggestion, but I feel it could be a good topic video definitely to discuss. Maybe I'll do that this week. King Larry says Mike is really super cool. Thank you. I try. Top 10 women's and divas rivalries of all time. I think I have that one already listed, but thank you for that. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. Please do so. Yes, that is true, Greg. Rumors have it that Jason Jordan may have to retire because of his neck. That would suck. Why WWE PG needs to end. That could be a top 10, but if not, definitely just another topic video. Let me write that one down. I'm going to update that as well. Why PG needs to end. I hear Jason injury is legitimately. Coach is terrible on commentary. He is. This is why he's on the list. By the way, it would be the worst thing if Velveteen Dream is called up now. The guy is 22 years old. He has so much left in NXT. The main roster would kill him completely right now. I feel like they probably would too. So maybe not yet. I know why so many stars wore purple and pink last night. It was because of Jim Neidhart. They paid tribute. Oh, well, if that's the case then. That's awesome. Natty's seen the original thing also. Hashtag bring back Renee. Yes, get that trending on Twitter. Hashtag bring back Renee. Renee, please replace coach. Advertising just made the list. Yep. I agree. They should have kept Renee on commentary. She did a great job. Triple H's beard made the list. Actually, yes, sure. What the hell? Triple H's beard, you just made the list as well. Because, well, you're right. It does look disgusting. All right. We got that. How do you go to sleep with something like that too? Like I get way too sweaty with facial, even with stuff like that. A busy night for the list. Exactly. Pug coach in a backstage role or something. Yes, I agree. Shield made the list. Not sure if I want to put that on there yet. I'm not sure to think of it. Beards are awesome. Is he a man or is he a girl? LO. Wait, who are you talking to here? Nah, I don't know. I'm not a beard person. I'm sorry. I do not like facial hair. That's just my opinion. Triple H beard was okay when he was active, but it's gross now. Yeah, he was hoping Triple H would be saying he took over WWE. That would be awesome if he was. No problem. I find it funny that his beard is gross to you. Triple H's takeover makes no sense. It is just to sell out the show. But then again, it could also kill the momentum of the legacy of that feud. The Shield reunion should make the list. He still feels. I'm seeing what happens. Cena should end Taker's career. She feels. Maybe. Triple H promo just made the list. Again, the promo was good. He delivered again, but at the same time, it's like it's not going to sell anybody on the match. Taker can't do it anymore. That's why he only shows up twice a year, and he's 53. He's been wrecking since 1990. Triple H will still go. Yeah, I do agree. I really don't. I think Taker's career is complete. I don't think he really needs this. Could be just a retirement match for him though. At WrestleMania 20, Triple H versus Undertaker Hell in a Cell match. He should have retired. I agree, definitely. Was expecting more from Dean and Dolph. Yeah, I kind of was too, but it was whatever. Choo choo, I guess so. We have Walid. Hi Jazz, what's up, Walid? Nice award awards plaque, boo. Oh yeah, thanks. It's actually most of my karate awards I have hung on my wall, and of course, well, here I also, well, not all of them, but have some. Don't judge me because my bed's not made. Have some trophies down here also as well. Most of them were myself martial arts. I have some in the corner from like sports and what. Oh man, I show my ugly bed right there. Yeah, sports and stuff back there also. But yes, thanks. Yeah, thank you for that as well. Charger off. I ever say hello. Is Alexa Alexa's arm really injured? I think she's just selling it. She knew that it was on main event. Her favorite part of Raw, to be honest, was Angle saying that Lesnar was not going to get another rematch. That was awesome. Again, that and the stuff with Finn and Roman, I liked. I think they can afford to have their beloved Alexa injured. Yeah, again, I don't hate Alexa Bliss. I'm cool with her, getting the title run she got, because she definitely was kind of overlooked in NXT. But I do agree, again, like she's done all she can in that position right now. It's time to move on to somebody else, I think. Or I guess I'd also see, give her a face run, because that would be probably give her fresh something to do also. How far will Hawkins' losing streak go? I really have no idea. Fun stream tonight, a lot of opinions. I agree. Hawkins has a win. Yeah, well, I thought he beat Apollo Crews on an episode of SmackDown, like right around the time when he first came back. I'm not 100% sure though. People saying they're enjoying the live stream. Awesome. Everyone is awesome. The stream's always cool, I must say. Thank you, Larry. Sorry I keep repeating top 10s. Nope, you're fine. Top 10 reasons why SmackDown Live 1000 should be a show to watch. That actually would be a good idea for maybe the week before, but I'll put that idea down. Why SmackDown Live 1000 must see. I'll probably do that one maybe the week before that. Yeah, by the way, also, I think SmackDown Live 1000 is actually taking place on my dad's birthday too, so that's not some night. No, ha ha ha. I think Ronda versus Brock would be interesting after she trash talked him. I actually would. Reasons why Triple H, Steph, and Shane should take over. Let's see about that. Top 10 why Shane, Triple H, and Stephanie should take over. I was talking about Triple H. Don't worry, Mike. Your look is cool. Thanks, man. Dolph's hair, you just made the list. Dolph's hair is okay. People were loving the trains. Everybody's saying they're the best. I keep bumping that. Hi, yeah, Mike's a karate champ. Yeah, I've been out of it for about 5. I've been out of karate about 5 or 6 years, but yeah, I did it for 10 years. I also have a set of commas somewhere. So, well, I don't care what you are. Looks like it's fine. I'm not judgmental. About my room. Oh, it's okay. Thanks. I just didn't clean up. I had to move things around. Reasons why Brock Lesnar needs to leave WWE for good. Maybe you can do that. Why Brock needs to leave WWE for good. Yeah, maybe I can do a rant video on that, but if Brock starts coming after me, then I may have to, never mind. Alex needs a face run. I agree. Dean and Seth versus the B team for the tag titles. Possibly, or I feel the only people are going to dethrone the B team are possibly Authors of Pain. Do you think Alexa will surpass Charlotte's title reign? I don't think she should. I mean, I think Charlotte, is deserving of being, that high, but again, wasn't the right time to put the title back on her. Lauren's not for that match that Kilgrave suggested. What did Ronda say about Brock? Oh, she took a shot at Brock in that women say. We'll talk about that shortly. Do you ever watch other YouTube wrestling personalities such as Wrestling with WRE, Greg, or DT KC show. I watched Wrestle Talk, What Culture, Deluxe Man, a couple others can think off the top of my head, but I don't think I watched any of those. But thank you for suggestions. I'll maybe check them out. Drew's new theme song should be on the list. I'm fine with this theme song, in my opinion, but it's all right if you're not. Great. I am subscribed to a few WB YouTube reactors. Oh yeah, I think what's her face, Loogie, whatever heck her name is. I think I'm subscribed to her as well, but I don't watch her stuff that often. Yeah, Ron said I'm not Brock Lesnar. B Team Steam just made a list. Yeah, I put that on the list. I don't know. It kind of fits in, but I love their old theme a lot better. Top 10 Mike rants of all time. Ooh, that'd be a tough one. I actually would probably, if I would do that, I would want to hear from my subscribers like what their favorite rants are of mine of all time. Let's put that down, but I think I'll do that. Top 10 favorite Mike rants. Yeah, I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on that. I can't judge my own. B Team other theme song was better. Larry says he's a huge JD from NY guy. Listen to this guy religiously. Haha. I haven't seen him, but maybe I'll check him out. Killer Games likes the B Team theme. That's cool. Who's JD from New York? I'm not sure. Killer Games says he likes Drew's old theme better. Yeah, that was a good one too. You should watch Loogie. Yeah, I watch her somewhat here and there, and Ronnie Plays. I've never seen Ronnie Plays. But yeah, Loogie does have priceless reactions. She's funny. Did you hear Rowan got injured at SummerSlam? Really? I did not hear that, but you're right, Lauren. He gets injured a lot. You have to check him out. He's a wrestling podcaster, and he's ripping Raw to shreds every week. Also, he's the biggest Roman Reigns hater out there. That's why many people love him. Dave knows wrestling is cool, and JD gets mad a lot. LOL. Well, thanks for suggestions. I can definitely check this stuff out, guys. But let's get to the other stuff in the review. But keep stuff coming as always in the live chat. Keep it all, guys. The live chat needs to just come on. Anyways, we had, oh my goodness, this was weird. So Titus O'Neil walks up to Apollo Crews and Dana Brooke, which I don't know if I missed. If it was just me, in the notes on Cage side, it's saying that they were talking strategy, but to me, it looked like Apollo Crews and Dana Brooke might have been flirting with each other, and I'm just like, no. Not Apollo and Dana. One, as I've said also on Twitter, that, Apollo deserves a lot better, but they're not like helping him at all, making him look worse and worse every week. Dana Brooke is just pointless as hell. I'm surprised it's not been released yet. No offense. And then, wait, where was I getting on my Twitter stuff here? Yeah, and then also, like, what's this gonna do? Like, why are they teasing a romance angle with Apollo Crews and Dana Brooke? No. So I don't even remember what happened out there. We have another match with Titus Worldwide and Authors of Pain just because Authors of Pain win, but I felt Titus Worldwide still made it look kind of stupid also in the match as well. Didn't care. Hopefully this feud ends also because it's been going on how many times. And then we had the wait, hold on, let me scroll up here. Okay, I'll keep track of my tweets I wanted to mention. Anyways, we have then this segment. It's supposed to be Ronda Rousey's championship celebration. This segment was kind of weird, and I was confused with this segment also because there was some truth, but at the same time, then there were people who were just like, they just like bypass it all because of the whole. Well, let's talk about this. Stephanie McMahon comes out. The Raw Women's Championship is on a podium. First off, here's my first question. Yes, Ronda Rousey won the Raw Women's Championship, but why is when like a select few people win the championship, we have this big celebration? Like, okay, Ronda Rousey, big name in UFC. Yes, she's a big story coming into WWE, proven to see if she belongs here, which obviously I feel so far she has. I don't completely hate Ronda. I know people feel she's going to be in the women's Brock Lesnar, but hopefully she stands her word, which she said in this promo. But again, first off, why are we so selective for these championship celebrations? Even Roman Reigns didn't have a big celebrating ceremony tonight or whatnot. He didn't have it, but I can't think of who else. But anyway, so Stephanie McMahon comes out, and the whole women's division is surrounding the ring. She says what she thinks about the women's division, is always putting them over again. That's how she's put over Evolution once again. And then she puts over Ronda Rousey for being the first woman to hold both WWE and UFC titles. And then Stephanie starts going on making things about her, saying, without her vision and prowess, Ronda wouldn't be here in the WWE. Stephanie, which funny thing is, every time I tweet about her, my sister thinks I'm tweeting about her. About my sister thinks I'm tweeting about my sister because my sister's name's Stephanie also. But when is Stephanie finally going to learn her and Ronda are never going to be friends? And her just making this about her again, doing the same thing with saying how Ronda's just here for the fame, which is pretty much I don't think it's completely true. Who knows? It may be true, may not be. I don't know. But it happens every time. Stephanie says that stuff. Like, does she realize at this point she is asking for Ronda to rip her arm out of place once again? Is she? I don't think she quite realizes that. But of course, because as I said, every time Stephanie comes out, she has to make everything about her. Which, yes, I get it. That's her being the heel, but she's done it how many times since 2013, and it's the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, heck, no offense, but no wonder why people get sick of the Raw general managers, in my opinion, because she does the same thing to them every single time. Like the stuff she did with Mick Foley, now she's been doing that again to Kurt Angle, in my opinion. Which again, Stephanie McMahon in person, real life, does a lot for the company, which I give her all the credit and respect for. But the on-screen character, again, just drives me bananas. Anyways, so again, she's acting like again that Ronda's like her best friend, but then Ronda, will only be here if it wasn't for her and whatnot. Again, all that again, and she says she'll introduce her protege. Stephanie, again, you did that last time right after WrestleMania, and Ronda ripped your arm out of her socket. What happens? Ronda cuts her off, comes out, doesn't even bother shaking Stephanie's hand, grabs a microphone, and then Stephanie starts saying stuff how here's Ronda's chance as chance for, really should be saying Steph chance, and Ronda asks her what's she doing, and she says, for once, this isn't about her, it's all about all the women of the division. I'm just like, what do you mean? This is about all the women of the division. She asks why they're standing ringside. They're supposed to be beneath. They're supposed to be beneath them. She invites all the women to come up into the ring, and then Stephanie starts saying stuff how Steph's telling her, says that it's not how you be a champion. The way Ronda thinks being a champion thinks it's about not about them. It's about all of them. Wait, I'm reading this notes wrong. I'm sorry. Stephanie's trying to tell Ronda how to be a champion, and Ronda's trying to explain how to be a champion. It's about all of them. Natalya being the cornerstone of the women's division, Sasha, Bayley, without their takeover match years ago, this whole movement may not have gone off the ground. Like, wait a second. Like, when did this all of a sudden become about this whole the women's evolution or whatnot? Like, no, this whole story has been Ronda Rousey trying to prove she belongs here. Like, it doesn't quite have anything to do with, all these women and whatnot, making all this happening, whatnot, making this the women's. Like, no, this is Ronda Rousey proving that she belongs here again. And then she goes as far as saying that she's not Brock Lesnar. And she's going to compete every night, and she can't wait to wrestle each and every one of them, pretty much. And Stephanie says she doesn't know who she is. This is just the Ronda Rousey that wants to break arms. Like, look at poor Alexa Bliss with her arm in a sling, we saw on the side. And Stephanie tosses two pics of Alexa Bliss's arm, being put at a bad angle and says that's not wrestling, and Ronda's gonna do it to all of them, which Ronda then claims that she doesn't want to break everybody's arm, just those who deserves it. And of course, that puts a moment there with Ronda hitting Stephanie with a judo throw and putting her in armbar. But then the heels, which is just Alexa Bliss, Alicia Fox, and the Riot Squad. Don't know if Dana Brooke went with the heels now, because one week she's a heel, next week she's a baby face. We never know which way it is. But they go to tend to Stephanie while all the baby faces, and also the Bella twins were there again. Why were the Bellas there? Again, the rumors have it apparently it's going to be Nikki and Ronda, but they did nothing to even start teasing the match, even if it's going to happen. So again, like, so the thing is also is they're saying that Ronda's not there to break anybody's arm. Well, Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey was a face-on-face match, but Ronda was trying to use the armbar on her. She's going to use that armbar on other wrestlers. Like, I'm pretty darn sure if she fought Bayley, who were she's not being booked right. Like, if Ronda Rousey fought Bayley, if Bayley's still the lovable babyface that she was on NXT at least, I'm pretty sure Ronda's going to try to break her arm. So like you can't tell me that Ronda Rousey is not going to hurt anybody's arms. First of all, like, that was weird. And it was also like, all these. The whole thing, oh, well, they're heels, so they got to go help support Stephanie. Like, the only person I could have seen being down there to support Stephanie was Alexa Bliss. Why is the Riot Squad, down there? Like, Alicia Fox, okay. But why was the Riot Squad there? Again, like, what is the point of them? There is no point in them. And why are all the babyfaces in there, supporting Ronda? And because they're good guys, they're bad guys. No! Again, this segment was just weird. Like, it was confusing. I did not get it. Again, like why was this all about the women's evolution? Again, this whole story was just Ronda Rousey proving she truly does belong here, pretty much. I did like the stand ovation and the pop that Natalya got when Ronda honored Natty as being the cornerstone of the women's evolution and whatnot. Of course, again, the ovation because of her recent passing of her father, and obviously Natty got emotional and whatnot, but. Again, this segment was confusing. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. But yeah, we got that. And then before we get to the live chat, let's see who else we got here. Let's see here. Let's see. Where were we at? I think we were right here. Wrestling with WRE Great is a really good channel. Ronnie Plays is so funny. Check out his channel. But he states the truth every time. True King. Rowan is injured. Jeez, he always is injured. Yeah. Come on! Titus just made the list. Should I put Titus Worldwide on the list? I guess so. I'm sorry. It hasn't worked out. It's not working out for anybody, so I'm sorry. Titus Worldwide, you just made the list. All right, we got that. Titus World Slide, yeah. Can't get over it. That was hilarious. Was the Bellas at the same with Steph? She was. Why wasn't Ronda wearing her title? Yeah, it was in the ring on a pedestal. Ronda got respect for speaking the facts about Lesnar. The women's segment really was a little bit too much. Yeah, it was. I just didn't quite get it. I'm assuming the Bellas are on Raw now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I mean, even though Brie was backstage, accompanying Daniel Bryan, probably get involved with The Miz, but then again, she's somewhat being involved with Nikki. Again, I didn't get it. I didn't understand what was going on here. They probably want to get a plug in for Total Bells or whatnot. Did you notice no SmackDown Live women were there? Pretty much figured. Don't like Steph's shirt, to be honest, she says. Okay. Bellas seem like free agents to me, or at least they use them for whatever show they want to. Pretty much. It's all about Stephanie WWE, talking about having a big head. Pretty much. Actually, Trish and Lita made the women's evolution, to be honest. It should have happened years ago. Yeah, then they went into, the years of no one else relevant. The Divas era, pretty much. Peggy James, and all that other terrible stuff. I feel for Sasha because she wanted to face Trish Evolution, but instead they gave Alexa what she wanted again. Yeah, again, I don't know why this Alexa could have done Sasha and Trish. Is Steph's character. She's a heel in WWE, but face outside WWE. Another thing too about Stephanie. Here's the thing: when putting over the women's evolution and whatnot, she's a baby face. But then, of course, when it comes to like Ronda or an individual, she's a heel. So that dynamic is back and forth as well. But definitely, Raw she's a face. Yeah, Stephanie turning face, I think would definitely help me tolerate her a little bit more. Bella's being in Raw is totally irrelevant. I agree. Steph and Alexa are the best females on the mic right now. They are, give them the credit. Stephanie versus Ronda at Hell in a Cell. Stephanie and Ronda inside a Hell in a Cell match. Nobody else to stop her. Just Ronda giving Stephanie hell. Oh boy. Literally, that's why I say they're beloved Alexa. Sorry, if I'm getting anyone mad, but there's nothing but my favoritism by Vince and his guys. Pretty much. Long stream tonight. It's worth it though. You're cool, Larry. Loving your rants tonight. Thanks. Most overpushed divas are Ronda, Charlotte, and Alexa. Mike, aren't you tired? A little bit. I mean, because I ran like so many errands today. But I got that. Under pushed are Becky, Sasha, and Mickey. I agree. Also, where's Nia tonight? Also, Nikki should have attacked Ronda at that moment. She probably should have. If they were going to set that up. Mike is the energizer bunny, but he keeps on going and going and going. I really don't know how I do it. Ronda's new shirt could be tap or snap. I feel like that would be more Shayna Baszler's, maybe. I feel, my opinion. But that could be a good idea. Wait, I'm so tired and also ill, as I said. So I think I'm out. Oh, God, Mike, give me some of that energy, please. I would love to help you out, Larry, if I can, definitely. But I hope you feel better, man. Overpushed males are Roman, Styles, and Jeff. Nadia's a cornerstone, to be honest. She's awesome in the ring. Mike, not so much. I do agree. Nakamura impression is spot on. Come on! That's not nice. But sticks and stands, I break my bones. The words will never hurt me. What's going on with Apollo and Dana? Yeah, that was weird. Again, as I said, Roman was first pinned by relative Jey Uso. Really? Did not know that. That was strange. I did not know that at all. I can't to see what the creative team have in store for heel Becky tomorrow. Again, I want to see her. Again, Becky cannot give the fans a hair. Like her going out there and just pretty much telling the fans to screw it all would make absolutely no sense because it's not the fans she should be mad at. Again, she should be mad at Charlotte pretty much. The fans are not going to hate Becky. They're not going to hate her. That's what I'm saying. Nikki is like Cena now. That's what I was afraid of. Nikki always copying Cena pretty much. Yeah, exactly. Did you? Yeah. I don't. Where was Nia? Too busy hanging out with Gallows. Oh, she's injured. Okay. Thanks for clearing that up. Stephanie is a tweener. I also want to say she's bipolar because at one moment she's a face, and one moment she's a heel. But yeah, I guess you say tweener. Who knows? Well, Lita versus Ronda Evolution. Book it now. Again, I'd like to see that. The mic, again, it makes click, click, and then I hear Mike again. Strange. Well, I am Mike after all. Except as a heel. Imagine Ronda as a heel. I'd say she probably will eventually. Who wants coffee? She does. I'm not a actually, I am not a coffee person. My parents drink coffee and my sister drinks coffee, but I'm the odd one. I don't drink coffee. Anytime like I'm with them and they stop at Starbucks, I already get a glass of water or a cake pop. That's me. Can't drink coffee now, Lauren. I want to sleep soon. Fans cheer more for heels now, you know. Again, yeah, that's the thing because WWE can write heels better and they're more entertaining, and it's the bad guys they feel that are drawing in the viewers, unfortunately, because everybody just gets heat. You got a point there. Team Cooper thought that Gallows was married. Maybe, who knows? But that'd be awkward. Bringing home a big 6'1", 6 foot woman, pretty much, to his wife. I need my coffee with milk and sugar, to be honest. LOL. That's not too bad of a combo. But again, I'm not a coffee person. Don't judge. Anyways, let's continue on here. We have the B team coming out. B team, go, go, go. Or to say, Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel, a.k.a. Ben Roethlisberger. Even like my mom who came by one time having watching Raw thought that Curtis Axel looked like Ben Roethlisberger, Steelers quarterback, in case if you don't follow football. Well, I don't really follow much football either, but I'm course, I'm familiar with my hometown team. But they come out, they cut a promo, talking about how where they've been. They weren't winning matches at all, but once they changed themselves to the B team, that single letter, they've been undefeated, and they're now tag champions. Axel says they're dedicating their matches tonight to everyone because B stands for Brooklyn, which again, pretty much everything. Okay, B team is babyface now, but I will do their turn alerts after I see what happens with the Becky Lynch. Tomorrow, I may do a couple different turn alerts. And then we have two random singles matches. Dallas and Dawson face off with each other, and Dawson beat Dallas, and then Wilder beat Axel. And afterwards, Bo gets on the microphone saying that they may have defeated them separately in singles matches, but you better believe they're still tag champions. So even though, they lost both matches all of a sudden, they're not undefeated anymore, but I don't know. Didn't really care. This is pointless. I mean, B team, I think is entertaining, but the feuds they're involved in, don't know what to say. They lose. Now they're pointless. Who knows? Roman Reigns is being interviewed backstage. He says Finn Balor deserves the opportunity. He's been waiting for a long time, but he's going to lose and go to the back of the line. Strowman can stand there like a meat shack all he wants. He calls Strowman a meat shack. Doesn't matter. It's his yard. He's always going to be ready. And there's a backstage segment with Stephanie being tended to by a trainer. And with Constable Corbin and Alexa Bliss there supporting her. Angle rolls up, and they all just start getting on him for letting what happened to Stephanie happen. Saying it's been a year and a half since Angle has been becoming GM. Maybe he needs some time off. And she makes him take time off and have Corbin acting as general manager, which I was like, all right, what's going to be? Like bringing hell down to the show or something. Who knows what's going to happen next? Corbin's probably going to torture all of them. Everybody, who knows? Balor, Roman, Shield, which we're about to talk about in a second. But first, let me go to the live chat before we get to this main event. Let's see here. Tia Kumars, I'll take coffee or hot chocolate. I actually eat hot chocolate. Hot cocoa, yummy. Hot chocolate. B team, go, go, go. And tea with sugar and milk. Sexual chocolate, my goodness. B team, P team, please go home. That's King Larry's version. The B stands for Bryan Danielson, the Bryan Danielson team. The B team, yeah, again, as I keep saying, what I like about the B team is that they play this role of like being this team that's getting lucky, but they're being entertaining about it. Like it's obvious, that they're not like, they're not that great, but they're succeeding in some ways and they're being entertained about it. That's what I think is making the B team work. Plus, also, it's Axel and Dallas finally getting opportunities, which they've been long deserved. If I did something unexpected at the end of Raw, yeah, nobody was expecting that ending the Raw. So actually, let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about this. We had the main event, which is Finn Balor and Roman Reigns. The only thing that was keeping me going through this show, I'm like, okay, I'm actually looking forward to seeing these Universal title matches. I don't know what the heck is going to happen. So the match happens, and I was glad. I mean, yes, obviously Roman won the match. My thing was he defended the title. At least, Finn Balor finally got his rematch and put on a good showing. Like he didn't look weak in the match. I thought these two do have good chemistry and work very well together. Of course, my favorite match between these two is still from the July 25th edition episode of Raw, where Finn Balor became no more contender for the Universal Championship. Well, the face, Seth Rollins for the debut Universal title, but Seth Rollins was given that spot because, well, one, Stephanie favored him, and two, he was a first draft pick on the Raw. But that was probably the best matches when he beat Roman. But this was still a great match too. I'm glad though, they gave it time. Like they gave it probably about 25 minutes, I'd say, or something like that. Like they made this match feel like it was important, which okay, is what needed to happen. So they were going to give Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins like a half hour. They did on Raw a couple months ago for the IC title. Then this match is there to be long also. And it was greatly paced. Turning point though towards the end of the match where I think Roman was set up for a spear. Braun came out and was just standing there waiting to see the results of this match. Which again, him being a baby face, well, at least he could be, who knows, a babyface Money in the Bank holder. He pretty much saying he does things face to face and not, like, behind the backs and whatnot. Um, and that even though he was distracted, at first like Finn was gonna beat him. I'm like, oh my goodness, Finn's gonna beat him. But then Balor goes for the coup de grace. Roman got out of the way, hit the spear, gets the victory. I'm like, okay, whatever. Finn finally got his rematch. At least we can move on from that. And he, had a good showing, I thought. But then Braun gets in the ring. He just sees Roman there and he kicks him down. And then he says he's cashing in. The bell doesn't ring yet. And I'm just like, my thought was, I thought Brock was going to come out and just start raising hell by taking everybody because he wants his rematch or whatnot. But he doesn't come out. Even though, of course, last night's matches looked like Brock just saying, here, Roman, just take this title. I don't care anymore. But then all of a sudden, the Shield's music hits. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And I thought, what if this ends up being the heel turn? What if, it looks like Dean's going to come out with Seth help Roman out, and he turns heel and attacks. Well, then again, I'll get into that in a second. Why I don't want the Dean Ambrose heel turn just be the Shield imploding once again. So they come out and they circle the ring, and Roman's in the ring too. And then they get up, and the three of them just start brawling down Braun Strowman, just doing what the Shield used to always do. They triple power bombed him, did the fist bump above him, and that's how the show ends. Let's talk about this, guys. So here's the thing. Here's my take on this. On the one side, I'm going to say, in one ways, it was unexpected. It's exciting, in my opinion, because, I was a fan of the Shield when I first started watching. I thought the Shield was, was great. They imploded, and, I still was a fan of the three of them, even though they started to book Roman, poorly, when Roman's being booked, I'm cool with it. But when he's not being booked, it's like he recently was, then I'm souring on him because, it's once again, Roman Reigns is Vince McMahon pretty much telling all of you, everybody, to screw you all, we're doing things our way. And so again, last year, when, they were all three were baby faces on Raw. Again, when Dean Ambrose came over from SmackDown, I'm thinking, okay, I think it's time for a Shield reunion before Dean Ambrose turns heel. It happened. Unfortunately, we had a couple of glitches. Roman Reigns got sick. Kurt Angle replaced him in a random match at TLC. They had the match they had with the New Day Survivor Series, I thought was good. And that to me satisfied me thinking, okay, the Shield's back. They had a great 6-man tag match against a qualified three-person stable. I thought, okay, maybe this is probably going to set up for the Rollins and Ambrose feud. Probably was going to, but then unfortunately, Ambrose got hurt. When Ambrose came back, I again thought the iron was hot to strike with the Dean Ambrose heel turn on Sunday, which I think it was King Larry or somebody mentioned in the live chat last night in my SummerSlam review that it was expected for Dean Ambrose to turn heel at SummerSlam. So maybe they're trying to build to be an unexpected moment. But Dean Ambrose turning heel on the Shield would be just a complete repeat of Seth Rollins turning on the Shield. And in my opinion, then it'd be like, okay, then, why would we care about the Shield getting back together again down the line if they would do it this again years down the line? Because all these guys like early 30s, I think early to mid 30s, I think. It's obvious, that they still have plenty of years in the tank left in them. So, you don't want to make that look weird. I mean, yes, even though it has a point here, right now, Seth's Intercontinental Champion, Roman's Universal Champion. It's obvious that, they're setting up for probably a Shield triple threat match at WrestleMania, which, again, I'd be fine with it because, these three definitely deserve to have that WrestleMania moment because of, the impact they've had on the company. And as I said before, the Battleground match they had was fine. But, of course, with Roman not being around because of suspension, kind of hurt the build a little bit. So I wouldn't mind seeing them try it again. And, Roman's Universal Champion, Seth's Intercontinental Champion, Dean's nothing. I'm pretty sure after a while he'll get tired of just doing, their dirty work, and he wants his turn now to get the opportunities. Like maybe, he could be feuding with Roman. Seth becomes number one. Seth could win the Royal Rumble, become number one contender or something like that. And it leads to a Shield triple threat match. But here's the other problem too. I said before, Vince McMahon has Roman Reigns is pretty much Vince McMahon just saying, well, Roman Reigns is a figure of Vince McMahon pretty much saying again, screw you all, this is how we're going to do things. Well, what they did tonight also could just be just to give Roman Reigns a good reaction as Universal Champion. In some ways, ruin the reputation of the Shield. In some ways, now making the Shield look like Vince McMahon is saying, screw you all, we're going to do things our way. Because the thing is, they're both technically baby faces here, Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. We've been wanting to see Braun Strowman get that Universal title. Yes, I agree, Braun Strowman is probably more meant to be a monstrous heel, but right now he's pretty much in a position where people have been wanting to see him get the opportunity, and they keep just pulling the plug on him, and it's making him look like a Vince McMahon kiss-ass act. And some people even mentioned too, and I do kind of agree with this, they trolled with us having Braun Strowman saying he was going to cash in last night, probably just to get people to actually still watch Roman and Brock. Because they knew nobody cared about that match at all whatsoever. My thing was just get this over with and let's move on. So, as I said at the beginning of this review, I thought the nightmare was over, but now it was Vince finding something else to have as his thing of just making Roman Reigns the biggest deal and not booking him properly at all whatsoever. I really don't know. And this could also hurt the effects of the Dean Ambrose heel turn. As I said, you can't wait too long to turn the guy heel. He has the seeds planted in there, but it should just been just a turn on Seth Rollins. And eventually, if they want to have a Roman and Dean feud, Roman could be like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, man? Snap out of this one. And that could cause spark to feud between them as well. But, again, as I said at the beginning of this review, I don't know. I'm not sure what to think of this. Some people think this could have been a Shield heel turn because, of course, we probably have the sympathy for Brock. For Braun. But this could be also just Vince McMahon using the Shield to give Roman a good reaction. Again, seeing the Shield do their thing is always awesome. I can never take that away from them. But this could ruin the reputation of the Shield, too, if not booked the right way. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But guys, this has been a long review, but it's been worth it. Fun. Again, the only things I care about on this show was stuff with Roman and Finn, and the segment with Kurt Angle, of course, telling Paul Heyman that Brock's not getting his rematch anytime soon. Other than that, completely inconsistent episode of Raw. I check the polls before going back to the live chat here. So my 2 polls tonight. 10 votes on both of them. The first one was, what grade would you give this episode of Raw? 10 votes, 20% said A, 20% said B, 40% said C, and 20% said D or lower. And then my other poll was on Twitter. Do you think reuniting the Shield was a good idea on Raw? 10 votes. Surprisingly, most of them said yes. 70% said yes, 10% said no, and 20% said unsure. I fall in that unsure category again because, again, not sure, what direction it's going. The dynamics could be off again, whatnot. Are we supposed to hate the Shield for doing this? Are we supposed to hate Braun Strowman for trying to cash in on Roman Reigns? So it's confusing. I'm not sure what to think of it. But to me, it's obvious now that the direction is for a Shield triple threat for WrestleMania 35, which, again, I'd be interested in seeing. I wouldn't completely be upset with Roman Reigns being in the main event because at least they're given 2 fresh faces in Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. Well, Seth Rollins kind of in the main event for when we did the Heist of the Century. But at least Dean Ambrose being in the main event. So I wouldn't be completely upset with a Shield triple threat being the main event at WrestleMania 35. I wouldn't. As long as it's booked right. So, of course, this could be just give Roman Reigns another big moment of glory at WrestleMania again, but who knows? But who knows? Who knows what this could lead to at all? Again, I'm not sure what to think of it. I'm not going to fully say, the Shield reunion is a complete bust again. So we'll see what happens. That's what I feel. We will see what happens. My grade for Raw tonight is a C-. Again, the stuff with Finn and Roman, I enjoyed. The match I enjoyed between them. The segment with Heyman and Angle was good as well. Other than that, very inconsistent show. That's what I gotta say. Live chat before we go off the air. Let me see here. Where were we? I think right here. Okay, I think right here. King Larry said this chat is crazy tonight. I love it. So do I. Are the B team face or heel? Couldn't hear you. I think they're baby faces now. That's what I think. But I'm going to wait to do I'll do the turnover tomorrow because I'm waiting to see for sure if Becky Lynch is going in the heel or still a face direction. We'll see where that goes. Just imagine IRS, Mr. Perfect as a team. The P team. The P stands for perfect. Wouldn't be a bad idea, actually, Killer Games. The ending was so confusing. They fooled all of us guys. They did. Mark said he was hoping that we would see the Demon again, which someone brought up a good point also on Twitter. Someone said that Finn Balor brought out the Demon to beat Baron Corbin, but he didn't bring it out to beat Roman Reigns, which some continuity, you got a good point there. That does make sense. Oh, and also, in the main event also tonight, how many times were they talking about how putting over how Roman Reigns is this big hero? He defeated Brock Lesnar. Now we get to see a full-time champion again. It's like, just stop. We get it. If the ending wasn't so confusing and just let me go like and whatnot, I would have been starting this review by just laying out nickels saying, this, whatnot, just to emphasize how many times I heard that tonight, especially in that main event. But yeah, good point there. Demon is for WrestleMania or SummerSlam. Killer Game says, still think it's going to be a Shield triple at WrestleMania 35 Universal title, but with Dean turning heel, that's the direction they will probably go. Who knows? Maybe even Roman will be a heel too at some point. It'll be Seth being the babyface, and Seth getting back to that ultimate destination for him or something like that. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe that could be the case. We'll see there. Larry King says it looked like a heel turn, but it wasn't, and Michael Cole was jerking off on commentary again, pretty much. Finn versus Roman on July 25th, 2016 was amazeballs. Amazeballs. That's a funny word, Lauren. Just wanted Finn to win would have made more sense. Would have been nice, definitely. Ambrose won the Shield triple threat match at Battleground, which I like that. And plus, also, I like the fact that he pinned Roman. That was the right move to make for that match. Should have had Finn win, have Roman lose his cool, have Strowman come down, cash in on Finn, and the Shield reunite would have made better sense in writing. That actually would be a good idea, and would not make things so confusing. At least Roman would defend the title on Raw. Yes, definitely, I do get that. Yeah, I just thought Brock would have attacked as well. Does this mean the Shield is heels since they attacked Strowman again? Not sure. I agree, Tian, and as I've said, Roman is at least there. She says her sister was shocked as well, but she doesn't like Roman either. Welcome to the bandwagon. I don't like Roman. Roman's both bad. Wayne's both good. I think he's awesome. This could be the Roman and Dean heel turn, but I could be wrong. Who knows? She lost interest after the feud with Evolution, which that was pretty much at the highest point. The Shield are always better as heels. Pretty much, yes, I do agree. That was not a heel turn. It totally looks like it because of 3-on-1 thing with Braun, but it was all part of the agenda once again. And Michael Cole hyping it up even more pooped it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm worried about, King Larry. Again, this could be just for Roman to get a good pop as champion. Again, if you just let him be himself and just let him defend the title, again, the only title run that Roman Reigns has had that I've had a problem with is his U.S. title run because he barely defended it. But other than that, his championship run when we feud with Styles and Rollins, I was cool with that. His IC title run, I was cool with that. Tag champion, when we was the Shield, of course, I was cool with that. But yeah, again, like, don't screw this up. Enjoyed the Shield versus Goldust and Cody Rhodes. That was awesome. Now all WWE can do is wait, and it would be great if Roman and Seth got a new look like Ambrose did. That is true. Ambrose and Reigns are 33, and Rollins is 32. They're a little more than expected. Was awesome stream loves. Tired, going to get some sleep. Great and fun stream as always. See you tomorrow, boos. Sweet dreams. Sweet dreams as always. Thank you, boo. Have a good night, Lauren. One of the best streams in her opinion. She thinks. Good night, Lauren. It was so nice as always. See you next time. Can you imagine if Roman joined the Kiss My Butt Club? Wouldn't surprise me. Your honest opinion, Mike, was that ending interesting or was it trash? I say it was trash because it was the lamest attempt to get this guy over. Again, to me, I'm still unsure because, again, it could go that direction, again, as, just for Roman's benefit. Or, again, as I said, for also, just having Dean Ambrose turn on the Shield would just, have another reunion between them feel pointless. The same thing's going to happen all the time and it's going to get old. Or it could be something else interesting. So, again, my thing is I want to wait and see what happens. I'm not going to say it was trash, but I'm not going to say it was interesting either. But still seeing the Shield do their thing is still awesome. But, again, don't make the Shield now be Vince McMahon saying, screw you all, this is how we're going to do things. Don't do that. Wait, where did I do that? Is this a heel or shield or face shield? Again, I'm not sure. They are nothing. I say no, they are no heels. I don't buy anything, and they ruin good characters just for the agenda. So sad and pathetic, he feels. Who knew the Shield would reunite? I didn't expect it. I have both middle fingers up in the air like Stone Cold every time Roman appears on my screen. Can't help it. That is me when Jinder Mahal comes out. Larry. Good night, Mike. I'll tune in tomorrow. Thank you again, Mark, for joining me and for a subscription. Also, had a lot of subscribers recently, which is awesome. Killer Game says Ronda versus Mike Tyson. Baddest woman on the planet versus baddest man on the planet. Damn, that'd be a good intergender match. That is a great idea, definitely. But guys, we've talked for quite a long time on this review, but I don't care because it's been fun and it's been worth it. Again, this audience has been growing big time. I've reached almost like 10 viewers like at once on my streams lately, which is good because, again, I'm looking to get to 1,000 subs by the end of this year. Be awesome, whether it's through my wrestling videos, my baseball videos, or my video game Let's Plays, which I'm hoping to start doing some more video game Let's Plays again very soon. I just have a couple of odds and I want to do before I get back to those again. So that'd be awesome. And again, I'm trying to, again, this channel obviously, it's been more structured around wrestling content, but I'm still trying to bring other things in this channel that, is me pretty much. Because that was the point of me even starting this channel 6 years ago to begin with. It was just me just doing whatever the heck I want. And then, I got into wrestling and then, it's how I've been able to grow my channel. But of course, people watch my channel for different reasons. So I think guys, as always, for my support. Again, this is just me just doing this for fun and just having fun and know some people and just make friends. Just enjoy myself. So if you're awesome, cool. If you're a stupid idiot, you will get blocked and you will make the list. But guys, thank you again as always for joining in live. Again, Raw for me gets a C-, and I'm unsure about the Shield reunion. So we'll see what happens down the line. Now, we'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, but great. And your thoughts on Raw tonight. As always, click that like and subscribe. More content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93 as well. I'll be back here for my SmackDown Live review. And sometime this week, I'll definitely do my Hell in a Cell printed match card. And I will eventually do printed cards for Super Showdown and for Evolution as well. So, guys, thank you again. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my SmackDown Live review. Until then, guys, have a great night. Peace out, everybody. And I'll see you guys later.